be showing live now.
Mm. Fancy's Media Live.
Turn our mics off. Our mics are off, so you're good.
Oh.
I fixed it. No, I didn't. Why is it showing? We're live on YouTube also. Did you share it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I just shared. Yeah. Ding. Oh, look, there you are.
So I think we're live.
I think we are too.
So we'll give it just a little bit more time, let people get in, and maybe participate just a smidge. So how you been?
Great.
What you been doing while we're waiting for people to get in, and while I fix my mic?
Yeah. Because I don't see nothing. I just see like us on the like that.
Well, that would.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a delay. So calm down. Don't freak me out.
Here we go with that delay crap.
The last time we tried this, it broke. Like it full-fledged broke. And
But it's so fancy. You see, I went there. Yeah.
that name was not given because everything works properly. It was just because I used to drink bourbon and smoke fancy cigars back when I could afford it.
Oh.
And I was named Mr. Fancy, and so then it just turned into Fancies. So not because everything actually works the way that it's supposed to. Gotcha. So while we wait for everybody to join, we'll see if I can figure out how to manage this from over here.
We're still trying to figure out things.
Yeah.
That's fancy.
Hey, there's 5 people.
Fancy's
so hey, if y'all chime in and watch us, just drop a little comment there and let us know that you're here. And
like your wife, just dropping that laughing emoji. Yeah, she's laughing from inside.
She's going to do that probably quite a bit. if I had to. If I had to imagine.
Well, it's all right.
So, hey, while we're waiting, again, y'all make sure the few of you that are on here hit that share button. Let other people know that we're on, because I think we're going to talk about some pretty cool stuff tonight. So make sure you share it so that everybody else can get on. So, what you did today? You working on some stuff at the Rustic Soul Photography Studios.
Headshots. We just finished the studio. The studio is now daggone complete. The floor's in. It's done. It is complete. And it is pretty, I have to say. Done a little political headshots today.
Ooh. Can you tell who?
No.
No? Okay. So we'll go back to the floors. What do the floors look like?
Oh, they're so pretty. They're the wood. It's rustic.
So at some point, there will probably be a Fancies Media live at Rustic Soul Photography.
Oh gosh, hoping you wouldn't put me on. Look, I just seen
downstairs. Oh, you just realized that I had forgot to smash the button and put it on. Yeah.
Yes, because now I look like I weigh 500 pounds sitting over here on this couch.
Yeah,
it don't do me no justice.
So actually, you know what I'm going to do though? Before we get going 100%, I'm going to swap it over to you, because I realize now that we're both sitting here that this one camera angle is just not going to work for me, because it don't show us both. So.
You're not just leaving me up on the screen.
Well, no, they're
going to see
my big self walking in.
Once again, he left me on the screen by myself.
Yep. And I promise it's not going to be as bad as it was last time, y'all. There's just this one little problem of.
He's always got a problem. Leanna, I need that laughing emoji. He's always got a problem.
It's very. Whew. That's just gonna have to work for now. It's live and it is what it is.
So tell me what you're doing. How many we got? We got like six. We got 6 visitors.
8-ish at the moment.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So hey everybody that's on, make sure you share it, because I'd kind of like to get into this, but if it's just you three. But we'll get going here in a second. So anyway, your downstairs area is, I'm jealous.
Oh, I'm so excited. The guys that are working on that are amazing. They've done an amazing job. It's going to be a big open area, and maybe we can do some things there as well. So
I mean, and me and you have talked, as you can see. Nobody else can see, but there's not a whole lot of room in here. And so getting it to look the way that I want it to look, or at least close to the way I want it to look,
right.
It don't work for more than just 2 peoples. So
right.
we need a spot that's
we got a spot
that's open, that we can get some different angles and
I mean, I think it's probably around 1,000 square foot down there, so it'll be enough to make some things happen.
We can make it work.
Yeah.
So through over the last how long have we been, like, I know you came to the Farm Lounge, and we'll get into some of that as well, but me and you doing stuff kind of together, month and a half-ish, kind of covering basketball and some,
from babies to basketball to, I don't know, engagement.
A little bit of everything. I'm really liking what it's starting to look like, as far as some of the stories that we can tell together, and in some of the stories that Fancies Media can tell, that's not anything necessarily like what's going on around town. Not throwing shade on nobody by no means, but I feel like there's a niche or a market for something that's real and authentic that's not there just yet.
Right. I mean,
what's your thoughts
I've
on that?
been capturing photos forever, but when you start to put that story, when you can tell a story through the lens, and that's what I do. But when you put that voice there, things become just totally different. It just you react different to it. It's just it touches you different. Um, that's the exciting part is being able to bring you along to do that. And we've been doing some of that already with newborn to that was exciting. I still go back and watch that.
Do you?
Yeah, because and everybody I talk to that's watched, they're like, I was crying over that.
I You're not crying. Wait, I'm not crying. You're crying. I,
I'm finna cry.
I it's funny. You know what? Hey, hang on just a second. Some of those stories is why we're doing this, and I feel like there's enough people on now that we'll just go ahead and do an official intro into what is now going to be called Behind the Lens with me and Martha Needham. Do you like the?
I
Do you-
That's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah. So you've got all of this wealth of experience, and you've got a whole lot of stuff that I was able to highlight of stuff that you've done. From me being behind the lens, there's not a whole lot of stuff of me other than what you got of me the other day when we was covering Daniel, and that was I liked it. So
I
thought
turned
that's
around.
thought that suited me well.
I mean, that was tough for you to get down on that ground. All the grunting and stuff, just trying to get down there. And I says to myself, he's going to hate me for that. Because, I mean, I got down there, so you had to get down there.
No, and so I was gonna get down there, but then I thought, I got it good enough, and I didn't want him to have to run again. And then you was like, no, just make him run again.
The dude lives for running.
Yeah. So anyway, so we had started going into that topic of what we've been covering together, and I have super enjoyed working alongside you or behind you and capturing some of those photo shoot moments where you kind of tie all of that in, and capture that whole moment, because the stuff that you capture, it has always been amazing, and we've talked about that before. That I really you were on my list of people that I wanted to sit on the couch back when I started this, and it kind of drifted a little bit. But how did you get your eyeball? Because there's plenty of people who take pictures, but you take pictures. Like you that happens because you've got the eye for it, and you know when something's going to happen. So kind of walk me through as we kind of branch into what I'm trying to say here.
I think I sit back and I try to almost insert myself into the situation in front of me. The ball game. I play the ball game with them. Like, literally. In my mind, I'm constantly thinking, where are they going next? This is, and my head's on a swivel. But you've got to know the game and you got to play the game while you shoot. It's the same way with anything, honestly, you shoot. I mean, I'm fixing the rodeo, I feel like I can't shoot the rodeo unless I'm feeling the dirt. Honestly.
Well, I mean, it gives it a whole nother. It doesn't look the same.
No. It doesn't.
You know, the first rodeo I went to you, or with you to, with you. First rodeo we went together, swedged up in that itty bitty corner, and my feet tucked in behind the, you know, because that's the only place that you could get.
Exactly.
Now since then, I've gotten a little more
creative, where you can go and do,
and so, you know, I do like getting out in the arena and getting those better shots because it's better.
It is.
You know, we went.
You become a part of it.
We went to what was the last one?
In Coleman?
Yeah.
The Bullarama?
Yeah, Bullarama. Mm-hmm. So when we went to it, and you was all excited because they had a little media spot carved out, and I was like, I don't want to be behind the fence. But then the first three bulls went by and reminded me that cute little media thing.
It was wonderful, wasn't it?
It was, because that was, you know, I've been to a few with you, and some of the bulls have been super,
yeah.
But a lot of them, you know, standing where I normally stand, which is about where that cute little media thing he was at. Mm-hmm. It may have been a little closer than I normally stand. Mm-hmm. But yeah, these bulls, these ones would have got me.
Yeah, they would have, and you'll lose them in the lens.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. You'll
lose it.
Yeah, you'll lose something in a hurry.
And I tell people I've always get asked to get out there. I've been asked in previous, hey, come on out here in the arena. But my take on that is I'm too worried about that bull and what it's going to do next, as to where if I'm laying on the ground underneath that panel, I can observe everything and not have to worry about getting stomped on or running from it. I can get the bullfight. You know, I can get everything, and just not have to worry or look over my shoulder and wonder if I'm fixing to get, hit. So, I mean, I believe you almost got nailed with a horse, didn't you?
That would have been a horse.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but I saw it. I saw it the whole time, and there was never a point that. No, there was a point. There was a pretty close point. Yeah, where it got pretty close.
I mean, I've seen some disasters out there.
But what I got up until the moment that I moved and got out of the way. So, that was.
But think about what you could have caught, just not worrying about my exit or worrying about this or that. You're planted on the ground in a zone. You can still get the angles you want, and you still get the whole ride.
As long as that fence panel didn't get in the way.
Just get on, ate the dirt, buddy. Stick that chin down the dirt.
No, I do, but so I did learn. Speaking of losing stuff in the lens, and some of y'all don't, but you do. If I just flip out the little itty bitty lens on the camera, and I'm super mobile, I can squeeze my big old head and my camera through them fence panels, and I can do whatever and just whoop, like the little whack-a-mole thing.
Right.
You tend to sometimes lose a lot, or I did when I started in that little itty bitty thing. But the more you get used to it, the more you know where they're going to move, kind of how they're going to move. You can place yourself. But when I first started, I wanted that big 5-inch monitor to where I could see. That won't fit through them fence panels. I get stuck between that and your hat that you're supposed to. I can't.
That hat comes off when I'm on the ground. Yeah, I don't care.
The hat
That's
comes
just
off
the
now.
way it is. That's just the way it is.
And the monitors come off now, and because with anything, the more you do it, the more you learn, and you can kind of start figuring out. I can make it work in that little screen.
Right.
So,
I mean, and sometimes you might just spray and pray on my part. But.
Well, and we've talked a lot about the differences in videography and photography, and not taking anything away from either one. They both have their their individual. We're trying to be super nice because we're live. They've all got their individual screw ups. They've all got their individual things that you've got to pay attention to
Right.
that are different, and so where you could spray and pray and get 15 to 20 awesome,
Right.
just awesome pictures. Um, if I only got 16 frames of video, it's like, and it's done.
Right.
So being able to carry that story through and being able to get that whole moment, and then the fence panel gets in the way.
Or that ref gets in the way. How about that, huh?
Yeah,
I know some of them out there, but you just that's where your eye becomes different than my eye on the whole situation.
well, I don't know that it's where it needs to be yet, but it is different. Trying to paint that whole picture that's a continuous story.
Right, right, and you can creating that story out of everything. I mean, a basketball game, you know, creating. You may see me edit things different, black and white to whatever, zooming in on fingers or whatever, tennis shoes or whatever, creating a story of the game, not just a dribble down the floor. I want you to be able to look at that photo and think, you know, capturing the refs during the regionals was neat. I was approached to if I would shoot some of them, and sometimes they get bypassed and they shouldn't in the game. And I spent a few games shooting them, trying and telling their story. And honestly, when I did, I started looking at them a little different. It was pretty incredible.
Well, and that's a big thing with both of us, is capturing those things that a lot of people overlook.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. I don't think it's that anybody intentionally overlooks them.
No.
I've said it many, many, many times since I've started doing this, that most everybody is just so busy, so hyper focused on whatever it is
Right.
that they're, and me and you both, and there's many others out there that do the same thing. Take those moments and I've told somebody before, I like swedging myself in to and capturing stuff that people didn't even know were happening.
Right.
You kind of feel stalker-ish, especially going back and editing video.
Right.
Like I've watched stuff, and I told Leanna the other day that show You. I don't know if you ever watched it. Some of y'all may have watched it. Anyway, it's about a serial stalker, whatever. So anyway, throughout the whole thing, he was like stalking people, and the whole series is from a camera angle standpoint. It's it's looking at people without knowing that they're looking at you.
Right, exactly.
And so as I go back and start editing some of these stories that I'm working on, or if I go cover an event and it's just the B-roll footage of the atmosphere of the night, and then you go back and you're watching it and you're slow-mo scrolling through and you're looking at stuff, and you kind of, I mean, you're watching people that didn't know that you were watching.
Mm-hmm.
But you do that, and when you put it all back into whatever it is that you're making, it's awesome, because everybody that's watching it is able to relive it, refeel it, and photography and videography are the same in that aspect.
Right.
I feel like photography is a smidge different, because a lot of people won't sit there and stare at it the way that I do.
Right.
That looking at, and I'm trying to get it pulled up, so you're going to have to find something to talk about for a second so as I can get to it.
You ain't fixing to leave me
because
on
it
this
didn't,
screen again by myself.
the thing didn't do like I wanted it to do.
But you had all day to make sure it was going to do the things it should.
Well, your pixel quality was so proficient that it would not work on this here machine that we're using.
Oh, is that right?
It was, yeah. It told
Okay.
me that the pixels was too high.
Okay.
Because this thing that we're using for Facebook only does 1080. Most people don't give a crap about that. Anyway, my point was that you've I'm gonna see. I gotta lean forward to type, Martha. I can't.
I mean, I don't understand it. He had all day, y'all.
Well,
All day long.
all day, still didn't get nothing done.
Well, I shot my first time ever on this gender reveal I shot the other day, a tater gun. The reveal come out of the tater gun. Is a little, the little powder come out and it's blue as a boy. I had never been on the tater gun side. I mean, I'm country, but it was turned out pretty cool. It turned out pretty cool. Old tater gun. It was neat. Shot a wedding. So I went from a wedding to a gender reveal to, let's see, what else this week? Headshots, political, headshots, pageant.
So
basketball.
How far behind are you on, like, I know you try to do them pretty quick.
Absolutely.
But as much as you do,
I treat my photography, I'm used to working that 9-hour job for many years, manufacturing and stuff. And if I shoot, I'm going to edit. I try not to get too far behind. I've got a wedding to edit, which tomorrow I hope to be done with it. And then, I try to stay within that week on the return. So
you just fell off.
I mean, I don't know why I fell off where.
I'm trying so hard. I was going to pull up. So there's that one that you did of you was at a rodeo and you got an older gentleman and he had his American hat in his hand, and you can see every callus, every wrinkle, every, and that's for me and you, and I know there's a lot of others that are out there that think that way or look that way. That in today's society, a lot of people just, oh my goodness, look at it. It's just an old dude. I don't see an old dude. I see, that he was probably mid-70s.
Right.
Maybe a little older than that.
Right.
I immediately think of how many fences that those hands built, or how many head of cattle that he had something to do with, all the things that you were able to capture in that one picture. If you slow down and take the time to look at that. And I think that's a lot of what I try to do with the video side is those same emotions, those same stories, just in video.
Yes. And if you can make someone feel that, you've done what you needed to do. And that's what I'm, trying to do. There's a lot of kids out there. There's a lot of cameras on the sidelines and nowadays. And, I try to mentor a lot of kids. Any kids out there that want mentoring, just contact me. I'd be glad to.
You mentored one the other day without even trying.
Yeah, I did.
That even made it on the Mike Coleman TV.
Yeah, kids are our future, man. If we don't teach them and kind of teach them the right way, teach them to story tell, and not just get out there and shoot the photo and throw it out there. Let's think about what we're shooting, That's what I'm after. And I've done that, I try to mentor a lot. if I can. That would be him.
Well, we'll just have to. You were you like to throw me under the bus, so
I will throw you flat under
I
it.
told you to send me some pictures so I could.
No, buddy, you've got my Facebook,
I
and
know,
there's
and
all
that's where
kinds of pictures.
and that's where I downloaded them, and it's.
And he's had all day to figure it out, and
it's,
right
you
here
know
he
what?
is. Can't even pull up a daggum one of them.
Yeah, no, I could pull them up, but it.
Oh, you can't.
See, look at this.
Look, right there's 50,000 of them,
I
Daniel.
know, but that ain't the old feller that I was talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, well,
but
you
here,
just had him up.
But here, we'll look at this one real quick, and it's a little different.
rough,
It's a little different. No, I meant it's a little different on how we're gonna look at it.
Oh.
That ain't the one I wanted. You did. You do too much stuff.
I do a lot.
That one right there.
Yeah.
That one's the one I wanted. So, yeah, a little different. I can't make it work the way I want it to work, but there it is.
He,
just
he was standing there, and I was watching him bounce the ball and do this and that, and I just thought when he reached for that ball to pick it up and scoop it up, I said, that's it. That's the whole game right there. The whole game.
Yep. And so, that nobody in the entire arena looked at that feller's shoe and that ball and thought, man, look at that. But you were there, you captured it, and now everybody can go back and go, man, look at that. Because that's the thing, and I guess that's why for me it's a big passion, not to go down too big of a rabbit hole, but recently made some pretty big changes in my life.
Yeah, wow.
And finding the time though to notice those things when I was little. I always wanted to do video stuff. I always played with video stuff. I told Daddy he needed to find, there's a Mike and TK Outdoors. They used to do a show a long time ago, like old school YouTube. It was awful. And Daddy had the old school RCA camera, the big one.
Yeah.
And we would go out and imitate them because they were so funny. They would do stupid stuff in the woods. It was the beginning of what we have now.
Right.
And we would go out in the woods and do shows, and I think Daddy still got those somewhere. I told him he needed to find them, but from early age on the technology team in Georgia, we didn't have technology teams in Alabama. I don't think they still have technology teams in Alabama. I think they just now got them. Anyway, so from an early age, I was always drawn to what we're doing, whether it be photography or whether it be videography, just capturing those stories. But it's super hard getting going in that because sometimes the stories, even though they need to be told, don't necessarily pay the bills.
Oh yeah.
And so I know
I've been broke for many years.
I was going to say I know we've talked in the past just between us. There's a lot there that goes unrecognized as far as the hours and all that, and not that it's a pity party, but there's a lot of dedication in figuring out how to make it look and not just wasting your time.
Right. People don't realize sitting down there at Wallace all day long or whatever. You don't get paid to do that. I just do that. I just do that for those kids and put those photos out there for them. I spent 5 years of my life just volunteering time with local media, and I still volunteer time, but about 5 years of that, I was hard on the road. Joey, my husband, dragging me, he'd go with me, and shoot, I've been to Vegas and everywhere.
Nope.
On my dime.
Nobody told me I forgot to swap over.
We just talking about the bat. We just talking.
Yeah, we just talking in that cool
I
basketball.
mean, that's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like it. It's basketball season. Playoff. I mean,
It's too many buttons, y'all. It's too many buttons.
I'll be on the floor come Friday, dadgummit.
I saw that.
Good. It's gonna be and Saturday.
So anyway, sorry. Go back to
I don't know what I was saying. The squirrel.
Joey working. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've struggled working my day job and come home and, you know, work for the paper and ball games at night and editing late and get up and go back to work and, you know, till one day I just said enough and I just quit. I mean, I did. It took me forever, but I just quit and said enough. I'm tired. I just quit and I come home and photography been full time for now since what, a couple years, I guess.
As they say, it's been 2 or 3, hasn't it? Ooh,
yeah.
My bad.
And I'm still broke, but that's all right.
But it's an enjoyable broke.
It is enjoyable broke.
It's a stressful broke.
It is.
But it's a different stress.
You know, it is.
It is. For me, anyway, because we won't go down that bridge or that road. That's water under the bridge. I merged those two, and then we won't go down that bridge. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there's a difference in the stress level. But being able to, you know, and me and you had talked, and I've talked before on the show. Those people that finally have that moment where they decide that that's what they're going to do, it's hard to explain. You know, like you just said, I just quit. Me too. You know, and it's hard to explain that to somebody, and have them understand and not go, "You're stupid," and we may be, but that ability you have to be where you need to be to capture what you need to capture, to tell the story that needs to be told. You know, it's hard to do that punching a clock because you're going to miss so much. And so finding that balance, you know, and like you said, you daylight till dark and then some more, you know, for so many years making it work, and we all do. And again, I don't want this to sound like it's but you know, there's something there that until you've went completely broke chasing that passion or that dream, it doesn't necessarily hit with other people like it does with you.
Right.
Whether that means that we're correct or not, I don't know. But you took that leap a few years ago, and I think it's paid off. I mean,
it has.
I don't know what your finances look like, but I know what your.
Oh, they bad right now.
But I know what
your. Lord, that studio and that.
But I know what your.
Joey's gonna absolutely bury me. He should have never said, "Honey, get that house like you want it." And when he said that, I said, "Oh, okay. You just keep trucking, honey. I'll just get the house like I want it." And they still there. Them contractors are still there, and that's fine. That's fine.
I need to get me a honey trucker. See if I got. Look, I need a few more lights, and I'd like to upgrade a couple of cameras, and then you know, some other odds and ends.
Yeah, this is $100 you to death kind of business right here.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no lie. I mean, I just had 2 rolls of, you know, seamless paper come in at $100 pop. Backdrop. I mean, it's high. It's ridiculous. Some people don't think about things like that. You know, it costing so much, but it does. Sort of. You finna get up off this couch. I know you.
No, I'm not. I'm just look. I've been sitting here we've been going for a minute, and I gotta reposition.
Precious over here's got to reposition his legs because he's hurt.
Yeah.
Hang out with me. You'll be back on that ground shooting.
Yeah. No. Look.
Yep.
So those of you who have watched Fancy's Unfiltered in the past, the couch used to be closer to the wall, and I didn't like the depth.
He said the depth of field.
And so,
That's what it
yeah,
is.
much like I don't like this one angle where it's got both of us because I feel like
I feel like I'm 550 pounds, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Because
well,
it's all Daniel's damn fault.
Yep.
Anyway.
Normally is. Anyway, so I moved the couch out to get the more depth. We were going somewhere with that.
I don't know, squirrel.
Fancy's tip. Yep. Somebody in the comments will have to let us know. Hey, y'all in the comments, by the way. Hey, Justin. Hey, Leanna. Hey, Julie. I didn't know that.
Julie, I got her daughter's wedding coming up.
I
It's
know.
gonna be great.
I didn't know anybody else besides me knew who Mike and TK were still. So that's pretty cool that your kids watched it. I think did we say it? Yep, that's it at the moment. Anyway.
Oh, let me tell you, squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel.
Let me tell you about this little shoot I did the other day. When was it? Sunday. Yeah. So, and some of y'all may have caught it on the pictures online. Some of y'all gonna go back and look now. I guarantee you. You will. So, you are definitely in the country shooting a little country bumpkin when they come walking up with like a cow leg, a femur about something over their shoulder. Like a Flintstone cartoon. It was great. I about fell out. And he finna throw that in the pond. And he did. I'm finna throw this in the pond, Mama. He come up. You gonna have to go back and look. This up over his shoulder. It's a daggum. Oh, well, Lord, yeah.
When was that?
Just Sunday. You got it. I think I probably posted them like, am I froze? No, I'm just like, so I just posted them. It's the little family, right? You got to go back and you've got to see, oh my gosh.
See if we can.
Oh, man. I said, self, what's people going to think about that when they see it go down? That's my tater sheet right there. Now get in on them. It'll be him.
Apologize that it's, it is what it is. Oh, there we go. Here.
I ain't never in my life. Keep on. You got to get down there where he's watching them have babies now. And I bet them babies will grow up to ride bulls. Look at that.
But see, we don't look, and I'm the world's worst. Like, I grew up in the woods. I would have been the kid that grabbed the time I was 2. I think Daddy drug me through the woods, deer hunting and whatever. But when I got out of school and started chasing the dollar and moving up the ladder and whatever and getting people, it wasn't intentional, but you work yourself into a situation where you don't have time, and do the things that I did when I was little, because when you work all the freaking time, or you don't have to step away, because I haven't missed a single thing that he's had since I've stepped away. I can make my schedule around, and so hopefully maybe by next year, Caden will be walking through the field and grab a cow leg and decide he wants to throw it in the pond, because we had time to go do that. So,
and I might work more now though, honestly, than I did.
Oh no, I work
for the government, but
I work way more if you put it into pen to paper of either creating something or thinking about creating something or editing something that you already went and shot, or but I can do it around the schedule that needs to be to where we can start. I remember you used to be able to have family time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Back when I was young, Mama and them was gonna go visit on Sunday. That's gonna go visit their aunts and uncles on Sunday, and that's what you did. You had that family time. And I can remember Saturdays and Daddy would picking blackberries and, going off to take a Valley, and we'd get to sit in the seat and drive the car. And now everything is just go, go, go. It really is.
It
And you
is.
don't have time. You just don't have time.
So transitioning a little bit because I said we'd just go maybe an hour, and we're getting
Yeah.
we're getting kind of close. So some of the stories that we've started working together, and trying to capture together, or at least being in the same spaces together. Um, One of them most recently was Daniel from Holly Pond,
Right.
and you introduced me to him. What, 2 months ago?
Oh, yeah.
I guess when we were
Yeah.
at a Holly Pond
Yeah.
game, and we had been working to try to get everybody's schedules together, ours and his, to be able to have access to the field and talk to him, and it kind of all worked out that between then and now you got your studio finished,
Right.
to where we were able to kind of do that. And so walk me through your perspective from how you capture things, that story, Daniel's story. Like what about that for you was worth capturing? Because I know, like, I was super hesitant to just like constantly post it, eh, from a social media side of things, for things, and post. But I, I, I didn't want it to become story, the way that we were able to tell it, without it being clickbait, or just, like, and that's hard for somebody that's trying to grow a platform to not to grow it,
I mean,
but it dilutes it to me.
right.
So
And you could post it once and it's going to tell. I mean, it's just that incredible. I've watched this kid. The first time I ever seen him, he's holding his leg up at the daggum basketball game, waving it in the air. And I said, "Who in the crap is this kid? What a hoot! He must be." And then I'd seen he an incredible athlete.
absolutely,
I
and
don't
and
see it.
that's thing, other than everything that he overcame, that the documentary that I put out about him, I even asked him, you know, what it was like, kind of being the one who had to run by themselves, because you don't have a whole lot of but the times and everything, and realizing the efforts that goes into getting to do what he's doing, the
Right.
point that he's at. Or I think I just put it in the caption that a lot of times you don't, from a young age, knowing what he wanted to do but know he couldn't, or knew he couldn't. A lot of people just, well, I can't, you know, and to be that age, and know from an early age, especially now when kids don't want to get off the couch to go get something to eat,
Right.
they hope somebody brings it to them, mine included. To push yourself and to overcome those things, and to now be signing with Alabama, as a runner, that's an awesome story that needs to be told.
It does. And that's what we're here. We want to tell more stories like this, through the lens. And, you know, if any of you guys out there, I say know of anyone or anything, and, that something that needs to be told, story to tell, we would love to be a part of that.
Absolutely. And I think that is where this is headed for me. I believe that stories like Daniel's and so many others are out there that needs to be told locally that aren't.
Right.
And again, it's not because nobody's doing something that they should or shouldn't be doing. It's just that nobody takes the time. Um,
I want to know what drives them, you know, where that passion comes from. And like you said, there's so many out there that need to be told. And that's what we want to do, you know.
yep.
Um,
So here is a little snippet of what we worked on with Daniel the other day.
So my friends joined the track team 8th grade year, and I kind of set out at surgery. So I was in the surgery was through the summer, so I was just watching them when I was sitting out through like activities. So my friends, they're all, I don't think anyone went to state, but they were all like, developing. And then freshman year, I got talked into doing track by one of my friend's boss, and he I guess created me.
And that was, I just asked the questions, and that was his answers, and for him to know that passion and that drive and that sport essentially created who he is now. From a kid that was scared that he would never live a normal life to going through all that and saying, I'm just going, we're going to make it work. And his personality, that was, screw that book, I don't need it. That was what, the first time I met him at Holly Pond was, not only has he overcame all of this, not only is he an incredible athlete, his personality is that of somebody that's, he just got it in all those categories, and I guess you kind of have to be in his situation,
right.
I guess.
You can look at what he's been through and all that, and then realize your life ain't that. What are you complaining about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why in the world am I complaining about this?
Yeah.
And look at this kid.
And I think that kind of goes back to if we put things in perspectives. I think a lot of times we get so busy paying attention to our own crap that we don't think about some of the everybody else's crap, and when you slow down and kind of look at it, it all kind of comes into
Right.
perspective.
Right.
So yeah. So we will start wrapping this up. What kind of cool things have you got coming up in the next week or so? You got anything cool? Just headshots?
Headshots.
So,
Well,
go ahead. No,
headshots.
Headshots.
Headshots. I mean, a lot of pageant stuff going on right now, and a lot of people say, hey, I mean, here I am going from rodeo to headshot to wedding to all that. And I always have the mentality of, you got that camera, you need to use it. I don't specialize just in one thing. I just have the drive to want to tell it all,
And a lot of the people in this business that you turn to for guidance or for tips and tricks and whatever, a lot of them say, pick your lane and stay in it and don't. But it's when you're after just telling the story, it's hard to pick a lane.
I can't.
Because there's stories everywhere.
Right. And you'll find yourself, I mean, I'm walking around in Walmart and I'm going to see a story, I'm be like, I wish I could.
I've got to get better at at trying to get everything. Like there's a dude, I can't remember his name. I'm awful with names, but there's a guy on TikTok or Facebook or whatever that's a videographer, and he takes his cell phone and some rigs everywhere he goes. And he did one a couple months ago, where he put like 4 different either GoPros or cell phones or whatever on the buggy, and him and his like itty bitty toddler went to Lowe's or something, so he's pushing and you got the wheels wide, that probably the trip to Lowe's sorry, trip to Lowe's probably took an hour. Editing probably took 3 hours, but it was a cool little 30-second thingy of him and his kid going through the thing.
It's a lifetime of captured that. I mean, it's always going to be there. Yeah. It's always going to be able to go back and look at it.
I've got to get better at trying to capture it all the freaking time, but I'm so bad at if it's got something to do with me or if it's got something to do with watching myself again or something. I'm usually gonna just mark that off and move on to something else. So it's hard to shoot for me. It is because I hate listening to myself, hate watching myself.
We all like listening to you though.
Well,
so you got that storytelling voice.
We'll see how that goes.
And you do. Yeah. You do.
So we will start wrapping this bad boy up, but I think are you good to you want to try to do this like once a week or something?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I had some cool outro music going.
And once again, he had all day. Here he is.
All day.
I had something cool going on, and then here it comes to the end, and he can't even play it.
Oh, hey, now it's
okay.
There it goes. I mean, it's a work in progress. I haven't sat in front of the camera since November, except that one time. No, that was still in November.
He still screwed it up. Don't say we.
No, I screwed it up. We, as in you was here and you witnessed it.
Oh, yeah.
We look forward to seeing you. I think we're going to try to do this at least once a week, cover community stories. We look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Make sure you're liking and following Fancy's Media, Martha Needham, Rustic Soul Photography. We will see you guys, looks like next week.
See ya.
Bye-bye. See if we can turn this off without screwing something up.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and smile into the camera because we're probably not off air yet.
No, probably not.
Oh, my God.